Well, we're getting ready for the final episode of this amazing Star Wars series, The Acolyte. Was it everything that you guys expected? It was for me, but the big talk out there is about Acolyte Season 2. And I might be a little late on this news. I'm sorry. I'm still traveling, doing my thing. But we got the information for you right here. And before I get into that video, look what you guys have done. I cannot thank you enough. Could we hit 93 from this video? Do me a favor, and if you haven't done so already, please hit that subscribe button. It's a free thing you can do that helps out the channel. And we're getting closer to that 100K. Now let's get into it, shall we? Renew the Acolyte was trending across social media as the Acolyte fans were trying to get their beloved series a season 2. And if you follow that hashtag, you'll see something like this. It is mostly people wanting to see a relationship between these two in a season 2. Now, not everybody, okay? All right? You'd be like, Jay, there's a few out there that just want to see a season 2, but for the most part, it's everyone that wants to see this relationship flourish and nourish and grow into a blossom season 2. Well, Leslie Headland also said she's got an idea if she's given a season 2. The Acolyte showrunner, Leslie Headland, says she knows how the series connects to Darth Plagueis. Oh, at this point, please, I'm begging you, give me a season 2 with Darth Plagueis and Sidious, and just why don't you just throw in Luke Skywalker while you're at it? Just somehow let him fall into some time travel thing and come back. Please, I'm begging you. I need some more entertainment in my life. But yes, in an interview, Headland was asked, I've been waiting many years for Darth Plagueis to show up. Do you know how the whole story of the galaxy far, far away from the Acolyte to him training Palpatine connects? Why, yes, Headland said, yes, I do. If I continue to get to tell this story, hello, season 2, I know how I would like that to play out. And I would say I think it's pretty complicated and messy. And I'm telling you, Lucasfilm, at this point, pull the trigger. I want to see it. I want to see a Leslie Headland, Plagueis, Palpatine, how it's connected to Osha and May. Maybe Osha and May are Vegeta and Goku, and they come together and they make a Super Saiyan Force user in the thread. And that's how Plagueis is born. I don't know, man. I shouldn't give them any ideas because they'll probably use it. But that's probably what would happen if we saw a season 2. Sadly, the media thinks that this is not going to happen. And I love this article, and I'll tell you why. Why the Acolyte Season 2 looks increasingly unlikely. And look who wrote it. Our man Paul who attacked Star Wars Theory, Paul who attacked me and other YouTubers who are criticizing the show. He had to admit defeat. He had to say, I don't think it's coming, and numbers don't lie. I've got to use facts in an article, so let's check out his facts here. The Acolyte has quickly become one of the most controversial Disney Plus Star Wars projects in the entire era, right up there with The Last Jedi. It's not controversial, bro. It's just dumb. It is so dumb that we like talking about how dumb it is because it's a comedy show at this point. But all the hate and / or support aside, there is a simple question. Will The Acolyte get a season 2? Ever since the last few episodes, I have gone from mixed on the show to a supporter. And no matter what happens in the finale, I'd like to see it continue. But I have to admit that seems exceedingly unlikely based on what we know. Well, finally, they're admitting defeat. And I absolutely love this part because he just had to take one final jab at us terrible YouTubers. He says, no, it's not about the show being woke or being bashed by Star Wars YouTubers and their audience. Rather, it's pretty simple. Cost versus viewership. I love it. Just one little jab. You know, I admitted defeat, but I got to give you one little jab left. You know, that's how we do things around here. And I have to give credit where credit is due because he asked the question that many of us are asking. Where did the money go? And why did you spend so much? He says here, the cost of The Acolyte puts it at $180 million for 8 episodes that are about 30 minutes long. I would argue maybe 25, 26, depending on the credits. He says that's an absolute wild amount of money for a Star Wars thing that's not in the theaters. And even though he likes it, it doesn't look like a $180 million production. And you have to wonder where most of that money went. Where did it go? I want to know. Who's getting paid off this thing that's not in the credits? I mean, that's a lot of money. And then there's the viewership. That's right. We've been saying it. Nobody cares about this show. My comment section is filled with people saying, I'd rather watch the YouTube video about the show than the show itself, which is telling. He said if it was a smash hit, it might be worth spending for another season, but it's just not there. Based on what we know, Disney does not give out official numbers. No, they won't. They don't want to be embarrassed. They'll try to manipulate or fudge the numbers, but he goes on and say the Nielsen says his premiere was half the viewership of Ahsoka and 75% lower than The Mandalorian. It's the second least watched show. Also behind the Book of Boba Fett and Obi-Wan. I cannot imagine it's surging in popularity from there. That's right. So he's looking at numbers. He's looking at money. Basically saying, yeah, it ain't happening, folks. It is not happening. But in closing out the article, of course, he brings up Andor. He's like, well, Andor was the lowest viewed show. It's the most popular show that no one watched, apparently. That's what I've always called it. I didn't see it. People are telling me you should watch it and give it a chance. I saw the first 2 episodes. I was quite bored, and that's just me. If you loved it, that's wonderful. Love what you love. Don't worry about what I have to say. But he's like, you know, they gave them a season 2 with a $250 million budget. So maybe there's a chance. Maybe you're telling me there's a chance for an Andor 2. I hope so. I hope we get it. I hope they start right away because Andor has been great for my channel. It's been great for other things except for Disney. But what do you guys think? You want to see Leslie Headland tackle Plagueis and Palpatine? Do you want to see a season 2? Or are you at this point now where it's like, I am so over this show, Jay. I'm so glad the final episode is happening and we are done and we'll never have to speak on this thing again. A lot of people are with you on that. So don't worry. We're almost there. Again, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Thanks for liking the video and for all the new subscribers. This is Jay, and we'll catch you next time.